everyone, you're welcome to today's video. If you're new to this channel, please turn on that notification bell and then subscribe to this channel so you can see more inspiring, edifying, encouraging video. God bless you. So today we'll be talking about courage, and we'll be seeing that from the book. If you are losing hope, your courage is dimming or is diminishing, please hold on, don't give up, continually remain courageous. And the Bible said also in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 31 from verse 7, Deuteronomy 31 verse 7, it says, "And Moses called unto Joshua and said unto him in the sight of all Israel, Be strong and of a good courage, for thou must go with these people unto the land which the Lord hath sworn unto their fathers to give them, and thou shalt cause them to inherit it." A courageous person knows that this responsibility is a must. If you know that this thing I want to do is a must, there is no going back, there's no looking front, there's no looking back. This is a compulsory thing for me to do. That means you're already summoning courage. A courageous person is someone who knows that once I take this step, I am not going back. That is courage. For example of a courageous person is, example of courage is depicted in the lifestyle of a lion. If a lion sees a buffalo and he's aiming for it, I tell you, the size of that buffalo cannot threaten the lion. The horns or the outlook of that buffalo can never scare the lion. The lion is a very courageous animal, and that's what makes him the king. So I have seen people who don't really actually have what to deliver, but because they are so confident, they are dishing out rubbish and people are taking it in, swallowing it as though they know what they are doing. I remember back in school, when I was in school, there was this young man who didn't even know the he didn't know there's an aspect of English in grammar that we have parts of speech, you know. We have the noun, the pronoun, the adjectives, the proverbs, the verbs. The verbs and all that. I'm not so good in grammar anyway. I'm not so good in grammar anyway. So this boy started up a tutorial and was just speaking jargons. I went for the tutorial, and the more he was teaching, the more confused I became. I was like, what is this? When I went back to my textbook, I discovered that a lot of what he has been saying was actually off point. And people, because he was so confident, he was so courageous in what he was saying, all the students in the hall were like applauding him. Oh, he's doing the right thing and all that. So there is that. People tend to rely on someone who seem very confident, very courageous. So of course, on our own we cannot be courageous. On our own we have no courage. So how do we draw courage from? Is it from Some people draw courage from alcohol. When they take alcohol, they can stand anybody. No. Some draw courage from smoking weed and smoking cigarettes. That way they can face anybody. Such courage is such lifestyle, the courage gained from such lifestyle will only last for minutes, and after that you see that person going back into his or her shell. But that courage that is gotten from God, that is given by God, I tell you, you may not even have anything, but because God is the author, is the source of that courage, you can stand queens, you can stand kings, you can stand rulers. So I want to encourage us this evening to depend on God and to draw courage from Him. Be bold. This is what God has said. He says that if you go further in the book of Joshua chapter 1, you see where God was talking to Joshua. He said, as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. So like for me, If I go anywhere, I go with confidence, I go with courage. I am not, you cannot intimidate me. If you, maybe you have the best cars, no one can. Why? Because I I God is the source of my confidence, is the source of my courage. So let's try and draw confidence from God, receive strength from Him, and also depend on Him for boldness, for courage. Or our strength will fail us. Being married cannot boost your self-esteem, cannot boost your courage. Being single cannot boost your self-esteem, cannot boost your confidence. Being rich either cannot give you that courage. I've seen well-to-do people who have low courage. They are not courageous. There are some things they cannot face. There are some situations they cannot handle. So wealth does not handle this issue I'm talking about. It is only God that can give us that innermost courage to go anywhere, to do anything we want to do. So I encourage us to try to read the word of God and draw courage from it. And we can see from the story of Joshua, because I know so many people from the story of Joshua. Because of time, I will not want to open much of the scriptures. But if you are fervent with the Bible or you are not, from the end of this story of Joshua, by the end of the book of Joshua, you see that there was no man that was able to stand before Joshua. He brought them down. They all came down to his feet. So, why? Because he was courageous. He faced them. Jericho came down, Jordan splitted, and so many other miracles. Why? Because he depended on God. He was able to achieve this because God has been his anchor, urging him on. Go on, son. Go on, son. So I want to encourage us to draw courage from God. Don't draw courage from alcohol. Don't draw courage from anything that is physical. It's only temporal. Such courage will only last but for moments. But eternal courage, everlasting courage, courage that will carry you for a very long time, comes from the throne of grace. It comes from God. So I encourage us to draw courage from God, and as we do so, we will not regret it in Jesus' name. Sorry, my little one is distracting my video, but I have to do this. So if you have any question, please do not hesitate to write down your thoughts in the comment section, and also please do like this video and share with your friends if you find it interesting. Thank you for checking in. If you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe so you can see other beautiful videos from me. I love you. See you in my next video. Bye.